Yep, and as I see, we are live. Let's wait for a few minutes for the rest of the people to come. But if you're here, if you can listen us, please let us know.
Yeah, I think it's time to introduce ourselves, maybe just a little.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hello to everyone. We are Serpzilla, and my name is Alex, and Nick with me. I'm head of product of Serpzilla. Um, and all questions about how to optimize or add some functions in the product. It is for me and for Nick too. And today I will help Nick with a webinar with some organized question, and I will organizer of to give price of today webinar. And Nick, I want to
Yeah. So Nick Kasey, Serpzilla, I'm product manager, and I'm here to talk about a few stuff. Probably, if you hear, you saw our promotional materials about what this webinar going to be about, and we had quite a few questions asked. Um, but before we go into them, I want to see you guys. Please write something in the chat so we know that everything's okay. Please, actually, we're very interested to know where are you from, guys. So, uh, where are you from? What do you do? Why are you in this SEO webinar? Maybe you're a freelancer, SEO specialist. So please write this in the chat. And meanwhile, I will go and refresh in my memory and in your memory the questions we're going to answer today that we promised to answer. Like the first question is how to find 100 DR60 backlinks in 1 hour. Like this is something that is very hot, actually. Maybe this is the question that we will answer, and we will try to answer it as fast as possible in the first minutes. And the second question is how to monetize your websites and your partners' websites beyond the usual scale. Also, very interesting. I will give a more direct definition about what is a usual scale and what is beyond that scale. Google-friendly
yeah, I see.
backlinks.
Nikit, sorry for my interrupt. I see that some of our listeners write that Sanjeev write that he from Ahmedabad. It's good city. We were there a few weeks ago, and I see that other listeners write too. It is best for us if you write. As said Nick, why are you here? What the most important thing you want to hear here? And for us, it is things that how to better explain you how it works. Nick, do you see comments?
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, one guy from Delhi, also been
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Delhi
yeah. Gaurav
recently.
Sisodiye from Delhi. Nice to meet you. Ishkan Mishra indoor. Yeah, great. Okay, I think 1 minute and Nick will continue and start. If you write for us, maybe your specialization, your SEO specialist or marketers or director, maybe. Yeah, it will be better for us. Okay, 1 minute and then we start, and I leave Nick with you.
Yeah, sure. I was talking about Google-friendly backlinks. How do they work? This is probably the second question in the matter of relevance to the sphere, to the market, because people always want to do two things: find high quality backlinks and do that in a Google friendly manner. I'm somehow once again saying googly. this is not what I need to say. It is not the name of the system. Google friendly backlinks. So today we're gonna cover basically the most relevant questions on the market and do that in as many practice as possible. Starting with the most direct thing we can do, just show you how to do that. Yeah,
Okay,
meanwhile,
Nick, I think we're ready to start. I leave.
Sure. Okay. So once again, the first question, the most relevant question, is how to find 100 backlinks with DR60 plus in 1 hour. This is something that is completely possible, and I will show you how to do it using our Serpzilla interface. So this is our tool. This is us. This is link building marketplace. And right here, let's just bring on the phones, click on the timer. I will do that as fast as possible. Now let's use an example project, Flipkart, just to show off. And we can go with Serpzilla niche edits. This is our flagship format, something that we will talk about a bit later. But right now, let's go in depth and see. Right now, what do we have is 100,000 different websites that you can use to sort our base at. And give me a second. Like, you know, guys, it's very topical. You know, like we did all of this bit yesterday with Alex to show that everything works, to see that everything's okay, and specifically at this point of time, something went wrong. So can we please move to the presentation, at least for now? We will come back to that later. Sorry for that inconvenience. Let's dive into more of a theory stuff. Like how to do the backlinks, we'll show you a bit later, but the exact strategy how to do them we'll present right now. Firstly, we saw some minor problems when people are talking about backlinks. Some of them don't necessarily believe in them, especially when we're talking about Google. Google is very flexible, it's always changing, and you need to keep track of what exactly changed. And sometimes it results into people having not much beliefs into backlinks. We do know that backlinks works, and we have success stories, a few cases to present how and why do they work. Our first case is a collaboration between Serpzilla and Trinet Group. It is a digital marketing agency in Russia, and they presented us with a decent amount of challenge. We started with a newly created website with already done technical optimization. Like, you know, usually when we're doing your website, the first thing you do is on-page SEO activities and technical optimization. In our case, it was done already. However, the website was very new. It also had a very competitive topic, house construction. People always looking for that. And this is always relevant, was relevant, and will be relevant. Region is our home region. It is Moscow, Russia. However, the future cases will be international. And the thing I'm going to talk right now, it will apply to the global market also. The thing is, the positions for that project were stale. It wasn't moving up in Google ranking. And we took that challenge and we tried to promote. It is not correctly to say tried. We did our promotion using only backlinks. Meanwhile, guys, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I see them all out. I will answer as fast as possible. So we started with the semantic core of the website. It was about 800 different keywords with different frequency. And at the start, the visibility of this semantic core of those keywords were very low. Only 12% of them were in the Google top 100. This is pretty low. Moving a bit forward to the next step, we used our system, we used Serpzilla to buy our backlinks, niche edits, and guest posting. The budget was 70% on niche edits and 30% on guest posting. This is actually, it doesn't look much, but it is very important because you need to do different types of backlinks differently. And Google values human interaction in the SEO. Like, to be more human-like, you need to do different stuff, different types of links, different types of anchor texts, all of that. So our total budget was not so much, just $300 in the 3 months. So you could say $100 each month. And since some of the backlinks were a subscription based, the amount of budget per month was 55. So once again, not too big numbers, especially in the sphere where one backlink can cost, I don't know, a few $100s. So this is basically the whole strategy, the whole promotion done in a budget of one high quality link. And when we're talking about results, this is actually crazy, because the full power effect hit us in just 1 to 2 months. We increased our position in Google Top 100, 57 keywords, percent of keywords appeared in Top 100. Like, if you remember the previous number, let's go a bit backward, only 12% were before. 12 to 57. This is almost 5 times. And if you are an SEO guy in some manner, you know that 1 to 2 months, this is nothing. When we're talking about SEO, usually 4 to 5 months is where the first results are coming. It is up to a year sometimes. So 1 to 2 months, this is very fast and very good. But this is not what we ended. However, this is the top visual services showing how the visibility of the keywords changed. As you see, like right here before the arrow, that was before the promotion, and after the arrow, that was happened after. After just a few months, those keywords began appearing even in top 30 of Google. And later on, we did another 2 backlink purchases, the same as before. And up to 75% of keywords were in top 10 of Google. And you know that top 10, it is basically the sweet spot that you need to target. Actually, saw a few questions. They are very relevant to what I'm talking right now. So probably I will answer them just like that. Like we with you guys interacting very, very much directly. So Sanjeev asking how to build quality links instead of quantity links. Thank you. Quality instead of quantity. Well, it depends on what you're targeting as your quality, because different specialists have different strategies a bit later in the webinar, we'll talk about obscure strategies, interesting strategies. But basically, you need to select your metrics that you want to use to diverse good backlinks and bad backlinks. I actually suggest to start maybe with domain rating from Ahrefs or Moz domain authority with combination with traffic, like the monthly traffic that shows that the website is very much alive. Using those metrics, you can know that the backlink you're buying is very high quality. It's not necessarily quality instead of quantity, because in the perfect world, you need to target both. Your backlink profile should be very alive and full with good links. However, I think I answered your question. If you have any additional questions, feel free to write them. The next thing, how can I do guest posting without money? Actually, this is something that is also possible, but in the way of barter form. Like, for example, if you do have kind of your own blog, you can, for example, do guest posting for some guy, and that guy will do guest posting for you. However, it is very limited in terms of what it can provide you. Usually, guest posting is a thing that is done for money. Actually, also, if you working in some kind of a sphere, like I don't know, very influential, very hyped, sometimes news articles can write about you something. It is not exactly guest posts. It is a news articles about yourself. Like, for example, if you did something good, something crazy, you, I don't know, built a house, opened 10,000 offices all across India, this is probably something that can go in some news letters. And this could say will be your guest posting. And the last question I see, which links is benefit due? Which link is benefit due? Do follow or no follow? Yeah, difference. Okay, got it. I will not answer that question, but not because I don't want or I don't think that question is bad, but because this exact question will be point of our next case in the presentation. So, very good question. We'll have a specific bit in the presentation about that. So, give me a second to do a sip of water, and let's go back to the presentation. So, as you see, the difference is staggering, like from 12% to 57% in just a few months. So this is something very good. And when someone talks that backlinks don't work or they don't have enough effect, like, guys, this is something that was done completely with backlinks, with no other activities. Additionally, this is also not something that we ended with, because there is you could say additional strategy, additional technology that you can apply to all of your backlinks to enhance their presence, to enhance their link juice. You can do another layer of backlinks that will link your older backlinks. So it is eventually backlinking your backlinks that links your website. So that's why it's tier 2. And we did 20 to 30 of that tier 2 backlinks to our previous bot backlinks, driving new link juice to those old purchases. And as a result, it raised our performance by another 30%. So we started with 12% and we came to 77%. This is, like, as you see, some of the keywords even went to top 3 of Google. Top 3 is like the dream scenario. This is perfect way to be. Like, it's just when you open the Google top 3 results, probably something that you will click. Well, maybe excepting for the ads by Google, but those are the most relevant thing to you. So I basically don't need to say anything right now because all the numbers are talking for me. You see them, and I repeated them a few times. So this is what basically happened. The next point we're going to talk is safety, because right now we know that backlinks do work, but do they work safely? Won't you be banned by Google? Because it is something that probably can happen. Like, you always hear about Google sanctions doing something. Google can sanction you, can ban you. Actually, people who are talking about that, they probably never see that directly on themselves, because those people are the most safest people. They are targeting safety. And right now, we're going to talk about the specific question that the giraffe asked about do follow or no follow backlinks. My answer is neither, because do follow and no follow are parameters that you can use to mark your backlinks, and there is a new parameter called sponsored. And the point of this case is to show how to use the sponsored parameter and how does it compare to the other parameters. The project baseline is very simple. We've picked a website which was unchanged for the last 1.5 years. We took 4 different types of backlinks. Like, once again, you want to do different types of backlinks. For example, niche edits and tier 2 that we talked about. Those are 2 types. Guest posting and news posting. This is also 2 types. So we pick the different types. We did all the on-page and technical SEO. This is always something that you need to do before doing link building. And then we bought 400 different backlinks. We did them both for sponsored and for do follow. As you see the result for the sponsored, it is once again pretty self-explanatory. There was an increase in all segments, including top 10, and the average position of our all keywords was 44. Like, it is in top 100 on average. And when we're comparing that to do follow, same strategy, basically same backlinks, same people, I don't know, same hands doing the backlinking. And we also saw the increase, and the average position of all keywords was 43. So it's somewhat better than sponsored, because sponsored is 44. However, you won't see that difference as much. This is like a so minor thing that you can say it's just statistical error, and that's it. So as a result, when we're talking about parameters, what do you need to do follow or no follow? We say that usually you need to follow. However, sponsored backlinks as a new thing, they do work, and they work really great. The quality and the effect are the same, and sponsored backlinks can be used in most strategies. And it's actually very interesting how they were introduced, because the fear of backlinks, the fear of bad link juice, it is something that goes all over the internet. Even Wikipedia, the biggest, the largest website in the world, arguably, it was so afraid of bad backlinks that all the link mass on the Wikipedia was no follow. And that was pretty bad for Google, because Google needs that tags, that attributes to gather its statistics, to know how the link building works, basically. And you could say that links from Wikipedia, they actually very good. They do not supposed to be no follow. So that's why, because people afraid of doing backlinks, Google specifically presented a specific tag for backlinking, sponsored. So please use it. Share that with you. Let's go a bit forward. The next case called power. Before that, actually see a few questions from Bavin and Kenzie. Actually, guys, sorry for my pronunciation. If I mispronounce your name, it's very new for me, and I'm bad with pronunciations. So Bavin asking, how can we approach for backlinks? Actually, very good questions. Thank you for that. What we can do is we can actually, give me a second, because we're not just talking in terms of what theoretically can be done. We are ourselves is a link building marketplace. We can do the things that was shown before. And actually, my colleagues told me that minor technical issues before, they are gone. So let's go to the interface, and I will directly answer your question. I will show you how can you approach for backlinks. So please, interface. Yeah, sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Meanwhile, I will answer the question of Kenzie. Without backlinks, is it possible to generate traffic on the website? Yeah, sure. There are like quite a few questions to direct the traffic on your website. There are a lot of things that can be done pay per click. For example, Google Ads. This is not backlinking. However, it will direct traffic to your website. The step back of Google Ads is pretty simple. This is pay per click. This is something that is very money consuming in long term. The beauty of backlinks is pretty simple. You start doing it, it doesn't require a lot of time. However, when it is done, it will work, it will last for years, and it will direct very organic traffic to your website. Yes. So once again, let's go and buy some links. In the promotional materials, we told that we will do DR60 backlinks. As you see, we have a lot of filters. DR is probably the most popular, something that you should start with. 60 out of 100, this is pretty okay. And let's just go with raw data, with raw thing, and see how many things can we get. Just like that. Filter and wait. Yep, we already found quite a few websites. We can additionally, I don't know, deselect the site language to see the most websites possible. Yes, 1,669 different websites. A lot of them with different URLs, with different domain zones, something that we can influence additionally with all those filters. But just for sake of demonstration, let's go quick, fast, lightning. We want to do this specific page. We want to do with that specific URL. And let's say we want to influence specific geographics. So we select roller skates in Delhi. Why not? And after that, we just go and click buy. While it's loading, our bots are doing all its magic. The system will go to the website, to the specific page, and it will directly interfere with the code on that specific page. So when the loading will be done, the system will put your link, like the flipkart.com, with that specific URL. Yes, as you see, the link is purchased. Now we can go and see how it was purchased. Yep, it's right here. Roller skates in Delhi. Basically, like as you see, our job as a sales specialist is done. Like usually it takes quite a few time to do even one backlink. What we did right now was done in a minute or even less. And we can do that with many backlinks. This is something that's pretty easily expandable. Bobin was asking how to approach for backlinks. The question of the webinar, the main question was how to get backlinks. And I think I answered to both of them, just like that. And actually, one interesting thing. Right now, you can go on serpzilla.com. Like you see the logo in your corner. You can go on serpzilla.com, register, enter your project, and do the same thing that I did right now. So buy a few links, maybe just one link. And after the webinar, we'll go through all of those projects that you did. We'll select few that are just the best in our opinion, or maybe we'll select them randomly, and we'll give away $50 to those people. So right now, go to serpzilla.com, enter your project, buy just one link. It will cost you 1 cent or something like that. And we will award some of those people with $50 on your balance. Like you saw before that the budget for the projects that we shown, it was around, I don't know, $300, something like that. So $50, this is like a monthly budget for your project. So we pay a month for your backlinks. Right now, with the interface, I'm done. Let's go back to the presentation and talk about our cases. Yeah. So the case I'm going to talk to right now, very interesting. It is the case that we dubbed Power. Because contrary to what I shown before, I can't talk much about this specific case. Like here is the case, but I can't talk about that. And the issue is the guy who did it. He's a Vietnamese specialist, and he just have his own strategy, his own thing that he don't want to share with us and with you, because this strategy brings crazy stuff. So I will show you mostly results, mostly what happened after he did his strategy. But his specific strategy is a secret. But this is something that can be done in our system in total, if you know how. Give me 1 second, sip of water. Very important to stay hydrated. Okay, so we earlier spoke about quality backlinks, quality and quantity. Here, the guy didn't specifically target high quality backlinks. His average most domain authority of the backlink was 23 out of 100. This is actually a very common strategy. that some percentage of your backlink profile, let's say 60%, is a low DR or middle DR, DA, whatever you prefer. And this is very interesting because people usually try to target as high DR as possible, but for Google, it is more natural when the DR is very diverse, starting from 0 and going up to 80 or 90. Right here, the guy picked the sweet spot, 23. The average price of one backlink was just $2, just like that. And almost all the backlinks lead to the main, were bought from the main page of websites. And the last point is very, very interesting. As the guy, the SEO expert that we're talking right now, he completely ignored topic and region. So this is very interesting because it's usually the second thing that SEO specialists look for. High DR, high DA, and topical regional websites. This guy, he completely denied all the rules of the SEO game. And let's see what he got at the end. Almost from nothing, he got 1 million daily traffic, and 21,000 of his keywords appearing in top 100 of Google. I want to have a dramatic pause for you to sink into that. This is something. Those are crazy good results that were done denying all the usual rules. Like, once again, unfortunately, can't tell you how exactly it was done, but it was done, and it is right here before your own eyes. Those are the graphics. You see, like, crazy good results. If we're talking about the keywords, where are they? You see that even 23,000 keywords are right now in top 100. Yeah, and almost 800 keywords are in top 3. 800 keywords in top 3. This is also crazy result. So this is something that, I don't know, the dream of every SEO specialist, that was done very easily and very unconventionally. This is something that can be done in Serpzilla by yourself if you know how to do it. So the beauty of the tool is it allows you to be creative, basically. And that's why we called this specific case power, because it represents the raw power of the tool in the right hand. Before we go into the latest case, I want to show a few additional stuff and answer a few questions. Ishan, right, I'm a publisher, already signed up. How can I add my websites in your database? And is there only WordPress plugin? Well, firstly, that's great that you're a publisher already. The direct instruction, I don't know, if you have any problems with adding your website in our base, at the end of the presentation, there will be my contacts. Please write me, I will help you with that. So that's no problem. The addition of your websites in our base can be done with no alterations of your website, but we don't recommend it. And it can be done either by WordPress or PHP. So there are quite a few options. If you have some problems specifically with WordPress, just let us know. Next question, Kenzie. How can I increase DA and DR? Well, easy to answer. You just buy backlinks from high DR and high DA websites. They will direct their link juice, their DR and DA to your website, and it will be better. And that's it. Give me a few seconds. I want to show you really interesting stuff before we go in once again in the presentation. Yeah, so I have my screen demonstration right now. Yep. This is our first ever Serpzilla International SEO Challenge 2022. As you see by the date, it is already started, but it is not yet to apply. It is not yet late to apply. What is it and why now? Like, pretty simple. I shown you the raw power that the tool can present, and I shown you that we have crazy good specialists that can do crazy stuff with our tool. And what we want to do is to do kind of tournament battle between the world's best SEO specialists. This is also for the prize pool, but I will talk about that a bit later because the prizes are not probably as important. Right now, you can go once again in the Serpzilla, submit your project for the SEO challenge, submit your own keywords and your own URLs. And then the system will target how good are you promoting those keywords by those URLs. It will award you with different points depending on the frequency of your keywords and depending on additional tasks that you will be need to do in the Serpzilla SEO challenge also. So this is basically a point battle. Who has the most points wins. We're also doing pretty regularly different also webinars with experts. Like probably you saw some of those experts somewhere. They all really high quality guys. They all know what they're doing. And they, on those webinars, are talking about how you can enhance what you can do better. Like they can help you. You can answer them your questions. They can help you with their strategies. So this is not only a challenge, but this is also somewhat educational thing. And at the end, the best guys wins. For the commercial project, the pool prize is, as you see, 1,000 for the first place, 500 for the second, 100 for the third place. For the informational project, 700, 300, 100. And bonus hero nomination for best case. It's not yet a way for you to test your theories, hypotheses in the very competitive market. It is not only a way for you to earn money from your regular work, but it is additionally a way for you to become somewhat famous. Because those guys that will win those prizes will be doing cases with them. We'll be showing them, promoting them, talking about them, how crazy good they are with our help, naturally. But those guys will be wonderful. And you can be one of those guys. You'll be probably on the next presentation that I'm showing right now. That's it for SEO Challenge. And I want to remind you that you can go in serpzilla.com, add your project, buy your first link in that project, and have a chance to earn 50 USD on your account just after the webinar. Pretty simple. Meanwhile, I want to move forward to the presentation, to one of the last bit, best practice. You know, we talked so much about different unconventional strategies, about some weird guys doing crazy shit out of bounds. This is something that is very conventional, and this is something that also works. It is our long-term project, getpotted.com. It is a gardening website based in the UK. They're doing plant pots, gardening tools, something like that. And we start with the result. As you see, the visibility in Google starts from 15 before our interference, and ended up to 70. So it's like 5 to 6 times, like magical number 5, almost always it's 5 times better. And the transactions per day from 270 to 2,300. So this is the beauty, once again, of backlinking, because when you rank up higher in Google, it transfers into organic traffic, and organic traffic transfers into leads, into transactions. Those people are really hot. When people Googling, for example, buy gardening pot online, they pretty much want to buy gardening pot online. I'm not a scientist in that, but I suppose it is. It is true. So they either go to you or to your competitor. Our strategy on getpotted.com was slow and steady. When we're talking about backlinks, it is very important to buy them based on how many backlinks you have right now. So we don't want link explosion when there is unnatural spikes on the graphics. Like, let's say you have 5 backlinks and you buy, I don't know, 5,000 in 1 second. So the Google will see that unnatural spike on the graphic, like almost like a wall, and it will probably not be happy with you. So what we've done is we slowly and steady starting to increase backlinks. Like, for example, you can start buying 5 backlinks each day, then 10, then 30, 50, 100, and so on and so on. So as you see, our budget was, we bought 100 links each month, and the result on the graphic is pretty stable. Right here, you see some spikes, but it is due to seasonal nature of the service. You don't need gardening pots in winter in UK. It's pretty cold there. However, once again, very slow, very steady graphic. This is something that we want to do. This is very conventional strategy, old school, you could say, and it still works. That's the beauty of it. Here, just the raw data, the keywords in that were presented in top 100 of Google. There are 11,000 of them. 1,500 are in top 10, and 1,000 in top 3. Once again, top 3 is crazy good. So those are very good numbers. Yep. And basically, that's it for the presentation. If you have any questions regarding what we saw right now, once again, feel free to type them in the chat. I'm always here for you guys. And here are my contacts. That's me. I think I have maybe longer mustaches than that, but maybe let me try to replicate the pose. Yeah, that guy looks pretty similar to me. So feel free to write me on the Telegram, on the email. If you have questions regarding how to add your website in the system, how to do anything in the system, always there for you guys. And we have a few minutes left. So once again, please go and Serpzilla, register, and add your project, and buy one first link, just like I showed you in the middle of this webinar, and we'll award you with $50. Maybe not specifically you. We award someone who does that. So you have a really good chances. So give me a second. Give me a sip of water. Meanwhile, guys, really interested to know the relevance of what I told you before. because the markets are very different. Obviously, I'm not Indian, for example, and the Indian market has its own spectrum, you could say. So please write in the chat how much was it relevant for you, how much was it interesting for you, because we're planning to do many more additional webinars in the future. So you can directly influence what we're planning to do in the future. Yes, so Sanjeev writing, thank you so much, so useful, for real. Yep, thank you for that, actually. Glad to hear, glad to see that it was useful. If you actually have any suggestions on what we should talk about in the future, also pretty open to that. We're pretty open, guys. And additionally,
Okay.
I suppose we have a few questions prepared before the webinar. Oh, Alex. Hi again.
Yeah. I think
You have no microphone enabled.
yeah. Do you hear me? 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
1, 2, 3.
Nope.
Wait a second.
So let me start with the question on the screen. Like, we selected the most frequent questions out of them all, and let's see what people usually ask us. Are backlinks from forums, profile backlinks, helps in Google ranking? So actually, pretty interesting stuff, because you can do not only backlinks in some kind of content, not only guest posts, but for example, you can do, I don't know, Wikipedia backlinks, an article about yourself on Wikipedia. You can do backlinks on Google Maps if you add your office on them and add backlinks to you. You can do them in different forum profiles, Facebook, Instagram. So those are social medias that allow you to enhance your digital presence. Yes, they do work. They do still work. So this is actually pretty old school stuff that is still very relevant. However, they're pretty limited. Like, they're not so much of Facebook and Instagram. Like, you can add maybe TikTok. What's the rest that is popular? So not so much. So that's why those types of links are still relevant. They are free. So this is something that you can start with, but this is something that you will end with pretty quickly. Yeah, Alex, please say something.
Do you hear me?
Nope. Nope.
It's strange.
Once again.
Really? Nobody can hear me?
This is some kind of a curse today, because
1, 2, 3.
could go wrong, went wrong, but we still there, still with you.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, right. Thank you for your insights. Thank you, actually, guys, for participating. Thank you for coming. Glad that there are so many people, so alive people. Oh,
Yeah. Nick, do you hear me? Maybe it's
that was my
your
technical
headphones.
problems.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
yeah.
so much. Like, you see, I have wireless headphones, and they just turned off because there were no sounds while I was talking.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It's okay. Okay, colleagues, thank you for listening. I think it's time to raffle off our prize. I checked all buys while Nick explained how it works. And let's try to raffle off. Wait a second, I need to share my screen. Share. Yes. We have wait a second. We have it is ID Serpzilla ID. We have 7 users, which included in our activity, and they bought links. It's just for get the price. You can drop these links after, and if you not new spill, not
If you didn't manage to do what you
to do
needed
what,
to do,
yeah, you can come to our next webinar, and I think this activity we will repeat every time because it's interesting. And let's see who's win the prize, $50 to try Serpzilla. Let's try. It is user with ID 1659309. It's great. Our поздравления, our regards.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes.
Can we actually know the name of that user, the usual name or the email? Because that will be
Yeah, it's not fast to find, but I think the name Sandeep or Sanjeep, something like this. Sanjeev. Yes.
Sanjeev. Maybe it's Sanjeev
Yes.
R,
Sanjeev.
the guy that
Sanjeev.
wrote
Yes. Maybe.
the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, congratulations, Sanjeev. I think it's a good start budget to try our instrument, and I hope you will like it. For others, come to other next webinars, and we will tell you something interesting and show something new. Like it. Yes, and I think my part is finished here. We have questions. Any questions?
I suppose not, because we answered pretty much all the questions. It's pretty okay. Just visit the next webinar. And I suppose for today, that's it. Thank you all, guys, for coming. Thank you for your presence. I hope to see you soon in the Serpzilla system or in the Serpzilla SEO challenge. Yeah, Alex, maybe you have a few last words by yourself.
I don't know. Good luck, everyone. Thank you for coming here, and we'll see in future, I think. And have a nice weekend. Have a nice maybe Diwali.
Yeah, actually, yes. I had a specific point about Diwali, but I completely forgot. So have a good holidays, guys.
Yes. Thank you for all. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.